Today, we are going to be doing some more theming in our train line. So, in our last episode, we made this pretty awesome cutting here in the mountain. And I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm not going to be extending this episode. I'm going to be doing a little bit more theming for this area here, because we've still got this area to add some fields to and some more hills. So, I think let's just get started straight away. Just to let you guys know, my mouse is still broken, so I am still working on a mouse that doesn't scroll. So if I am struggling to scroll in and out, that is why. First of all, I'm just bringing this hillside all the way around, so it sort of opens out this area for us. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't think this is how the terrain in this game is supposed to be built. Like, it does look good, but there are a lot of gaps and sort of, you know, there's a lot of bits like this that just stick out, and I'm just not really sure this is exactly how the terrain is supposed to be built. So if anyone has any suggestions of any ways to make this a little bit better, yeah, leave it in the comments below. That would be greatly appreciated. So I think that mountain's looking pretty nice now, and it curves out, which means we have all of this space to work with to add some more fields in. So over here in this corner, I'm going to start with quite a large field that's going to sort of fill up this whole area right here. I think I also need to extend the base terrain as well, so we have a bit more room to work with. That is a pretty big field. I'm really liking the look of that. It's quite kite-shaped, but I don't mind. I think it fits in perfectly. So now I'm just going to put a second field in this gap. Alright, and that is field number 2 done. A little bit more of an interesting shape. I thought I'd switch it up a bit, but it fills the space nicely. And it's sort of, it makes this whole area feel a little bit more open now, and a little bit more vast. I think that's definitely an improvement. I definitely like that. I'm going to go with this much more brighter yellow. I think this looks really nice. It sort of represents, I don't know, like wheat or corn or something. It's, yeah, it's quite representative of what you'd see in the English countryside. And there we go. For this field, I'm gone with a more darker green. I don't know, maybe just sort of some lush grass or something. Right, so now it is time to get some hedges into these fields. And I'm just going to grab these hedges over here and just basically copy them straight across. It's quite therapeutic building hedges. Who would have guessed, eh? And there we have it. 2 fields with some lovely hedges, if I may say so myself. So I've been having thoughts. I think it would be really cool if we have this sort of track. A sort of just like a path that's sort of next to the train track. I think that would just sort of give this an extra sense of realism, I guess. Because obviously, in the olden days, there's always have a path next to the track for maintenance and stuff. And obviously, it's nice to have a couple footpaths here and there. And then here at the river, we can make a little bridge for it, which I think will be quite cute. Now, in Rails, there's just this little footbridge, which I think is going to be absolutely perfect to use as a bridge to get across this river. Especially since the sides are red, which is the same as the main bridge. Alright, so there is the bridge. I've just added a couple little blocks as sort of steps up to get up to here, and steps down. They don't look too great. In fact, hang on, I've got an idea. If I pull them out and then down, they'll look a bit more like supports at either end. I think that will look quite a lot better, actually. Yeah, that looks so much better. So now we can continue this footpath on the other side of the river. Oh my goodness, I think I've come across the best thing ever. Is this what I think it is? If it is, how come you guys have never told me this before? These signals, I think the green means that once a train goes through here, it will turn red. Oh my gosh, hang on, I've got to test this. Okay, so I've come to a train, which is strangely missing a carriage. Let's just see what happens, though. Let me just grab the train quickly. Okay, I'm going to go forwards. Right. How come? So, if I'm right, once the train goes past this signal, it will turn red. How come I was never told this? Does it go red is the question. Oh my gosh! Guys! How come I was never told this? This is insane! Guys! I've got to put like signals on the whole of my line. This is going to be amazing. Oh my gosh, I actually can't wait. Okay, so first of all, going in this direction, if this is... Okay, so first of all, going in this direction, if this is the signal here, then I think the next signal needs to be sort of at the end of the station before they go off. I just need to test that on the diagonal they still work. So there, I've got the signal. Okay, I'm now going to grab this, keep bringing it forward. Here we go. So you're going through the red signal there. I need to swap that. Okay, so we're going to go past this. I really, really hope that this goes red. Is it going to work? Guys, oh my gosh, it does. This is insane. Okay, so now we know that this works. Oh, and by the way, I've been looking at them. It takes some time to go back to amber, and then it goes back to green until another train goes through. So this is pretty amazing. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to add a signal right to the end of this platform here. So before they leave, obviously, they have to wait for the signal to be green. Then they're going to come around here and change across here. Then the next signal is going to be before the bridge here. Then I think the next one should be as we go into the cutting. And obviously, I'm going to put one as you exit the cutting on this side as well. Okay, so now I should have a fully functioning signal system. So my train is going to come into the station. It's not going to stop. The signal is green, so it can go through. Okay. The signal turns red. Amazing stuff. It's going to join. It's going to cross back onto the line it should be on. Okay. Amazing. Amazing. We're going to keep going. The signal's green over this bridge, so it goes through. It turns red. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. And then the next signal, because we're going at top speed, is quite a long way away, all the way over here at the cutting. So here comes the train. Here it comes. Oh my god, it looks so cool on the horizon. Guys, I actually love this game so much. So it comes. I'm going to slow it down just so I don't go off the end there. And as we go through this... it turns red. This is so cool. I actually love it. Alright, so now we can finally get back to extending this path before that little distraction. Guys, I'm actually so happy that I found that. That's going to, like, make the sort of realism of this line so much better. I can't believe I didn't know that as well. Oh my gosh, I must look like such an idiot. How long has this been in game? I bet it's been in for like 2 years and I just haven't even looked. Just making sure this path comes all the way around and avoids all of the fields and also doesn't, you know, knock into the train track like that. So I'm just going to need to delete a couple of the sort of bits that we put down last episode, just because obviously they're in the way of this path here. And then at future date, I will continue this up and through the cutting through there. Okay, so I also think some other footpaths off this one would be quite cool. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to grab this hedge. I'm just going to shorten it to there. Copy it and then like replace this bit back. But then bring this over to here so that I can have a little bit of an entrance into this field. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this footpath into this field and round. So it's like another sort of way to get onto this footpath. Do you know what I mean? So I've just copied this one. And then what I'm going to do is just literally angle this off right from here. Just sort of straight into this field. And there we go. We've got a little bit more of a sort of network going on with the footpaths. Now what I've got to do is obviously health and safety reasons. I've got to have a fence between the footpath and the tracks, because obviously we don't want people who are just walking on the footpath enjoying their day to obviously walk onto the tracks, because that would be quite bad. So in this sort of like countryside building section, I'm sure there's going to be a fence or something that we can use. I don't think a stone thing is going to look quite good, because I think this would be a little bit more wooden, if you know what I mean. There's something like this, and I definitely, yeah, I think this is going to do the trick, actually. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It's going to take me quite a while to do this whole thing. So, yeah, bear with me. Then, obviously, when we get to the river, we can stop the fence. And then we've just got to start it back up again on the other side. I also don't mind if I have any imperfections in this, because I think it's the sort of fence that probably would have imperfections in it, you know? Being sort of hand-built quite a long time ago, it would probably, you know, it would be falling apart maybe. So I've got to the point where the track starts curving round. And this is now going to be probably a massive task, which is going to take me a very... Oh my gosh, this is good. This is going to take me a very long time, I'm not going to lie. Okay, so steady progress has been made. I'd say I'm about a third of the way round. I'm still going, and I will not stop until I have conquered the curve, as they say. You know, on second thoughts, I don't really think they say that at all, but you know, they will do now. Now I've made it up. I am almost there, and I can feel it. I can feel how close I am. I think I've sort of got into the swing of building this. I'm not gonna lie. After this, I'm going to be a well-versed fence builder. First of all, though, I do have to put in a little bit of scenery and stuff. So I'm just gonna add, you know, the general rocks, trees, bushes to sort of all around this to sort of spice this up. Oh, and I also extended the river, so I'm just going to put a couple more along there. And now it's time for the trees. Just going to whack some here, patch over here. Maybe one just right in the middle of the field. Couple in this intersection. More over here in this field. Some in this corner. Couple along the train track. And some just quite up here. I also kind of just want to put like one little sort of building here, a storage building sort of along the path. So I think, oh wait, hang on, that's in the hedge. Ignore that. There we go, that's better. Yeah, I think that's kind of cute. I can also bring this path along and sort of make it go into there like that. Yeah, I really like that. It's a little log storage, you know? Everyone always needs a bit of log storage. We are definitely going to need lots and lots of bushes everywhere as well. And there we have it. I think I'm finished. Not gonna lie, I absolutely love how this area's turned out now. I really think that if you look here like this, the way this sort of path goes off that way, I think that's really, really nice. The fence is definitely worth it, guys. I think so. I'm definitely going to continue this. And I'm just very, very excited for what we continue. So if you guys have any suggestions, obviously I want to include you guys in this journey. So if you guys have any suggestions for what you guys want to see this side of said cutting, then make sure to leave your ideas in the comments below. But other than that, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you next episode. Goodbye.